you guys have been searching for complete performances here on home ice. Where does that rank in terms of what you saw for your group over 60 minutes?
I thought everybody contributed. Good team identity, win. Obviously, a lot of good efforts from a lot of different guys, a lot of different lines. Thought the D were scrappy, and obviously Lanks had a great game. So it's a start in the right direction, for building that team identity.
What did it mean to have your fourth line contribute and contribute so early in the game as well?
Yeah, really, they played really well. There was some speed. I thought Danton was really good tonight, one of his best games this year. Sass did a hell of a job holding pucks. I thought he was good. Yeah, that line was good. It really helps. Obviously, getting Millsy back kind of slots everybody. I think everybody got pretty well the same amount of ice time, which is nice.
You talked this morning about exactly that, the balance. I mean,
yeah.
Was that the story of the game? You guys kept them. They pushed you, but you guys kept them aside. It felt like a lot of the night.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are Florida's, Stanley Cup. They're going to come. And I thought play without the puck, all the lines. Got some good situations out there. I got guys that I needed to be out there against certain matchups. I thought was good. Thought made a switch there in the second that I think helped. But I think, like I said, every line contributed tonight.
And I know you've been asked a lot about this.
Yeah.
I want to know your feelings on the production of Max Sasson.
No, yeah, you're right. Max is, I love the fact that he wants to stay up. He wants to stay up, and he's doing everything he's asked to do. Gave him some ice time tonight. And like I said, if he can hold on to pucks, if he can be good defensively, there's a spot for him. So he's got to continue in that arrow just to stay.
Rick, does the fact that you saw that performance against this particular team mean a little bit extra? You said earlier today that you wanted this game to really be a test. What kind of grade would you give your group? No, I mean, it was a great, it's a great effort. Happy about it. We're even keel team. I know, we have to stay even keel. We got to enjoy it, but put it behind us. Just like when we lose a game, I think we're handling that better. So, there's adversity hit this team, and there's been, like I said, good stuff and bad stuff about that happened this year. And I like the fact that, we're seven games over 500. We're okay. We got good players here. We are a good team, and we'll find our game. And tonight's in the right direction. So that's the way I look at it. Is this kind of what you envisioned when you set out at the start of the season, not knowing that you would have this slew of absences? Is this kind of the team that you would hoped for?
Yeah, I mean, every team goes through injuries or something, some adversity, and how you handle it. That's why depth, Sass tonight, depth player. Heinen gets more ice time. Obviously, Friedman I thought was good tonight. He gave us some minutes. Forberg came in. I thought he was good. I just think that depth helps when you have these stretches of injuries or adversity. So, and then when you get a full lineup, it just kind of elevates everybody.
Rick, what does a game like tonight do for the defense core in the process of where you guys are trying to be by the end of the year?
Yeah, I thought they were really scrappy tonight. I thought they would play around I thought they were really good boxing out. That's one of the best teams in the league at getting to the net. They got some really heavy guys. I thought a lot of guys did a nice job of boxing out. And then obviously when there's a save immediate, Lanks was there for us. He was obviously really good. He was seeing the puck. So I thought the D were really sharp tonight.
You talked about wanting to keep Friedman in the lineup because he would provide a little bite. Felt like he provided that bite, getting under their skin a little bit. Did you like what you saw from him in that regard in terms of the emotion of the game and getting them off their game?
Yeah, I mean, I think he drags people in. I think he's a good skater. He's a righty. I'm a righty-lefty guy too. I think that checks the box. When you play heavy teams that rim the puck a lot, you need those guys on the right sides of their forehand. That helps. I thought we handled their rim. I think they're number one of rimming the puck and come up with loose pucks. I thought so. Our game plan tonight was pretty good against their rims, and I think that was because of it. Guys like Friedman and Forberg, the other guys are obviously the mainstays, but I thought they did a nice job of handling those rims.
And in terms of preventing that power play from even getting set up in the offensive zone a lot of the time, Did you like what you saw from your group there?
Yeah, they like to sift a lot of pucks with a lot of people in the net, and I think we did a nice job being really aggressive at the certain times. It was nice balance. I thought the PK was obviously really good. I mean, you never know, they score a goal and they're back into it, so I thought, with Lanks and the PK, they were really good tonight.
What let your group get on top of them so early and then sort of crisply play through their usual stress hockey approach?
I just think this week, I think a lot of guys were talking about their starts as an individual, even the team, right? Obviously, you guys know this team starts at home haven't been great, but it was a little bit of a buzz. Even after the St. Louis game, guys were like, weren't happy with their play, and they were. I didn't even have to say anything. They were talking about their starts. I heard them before he went in, and before the game started, I heard a couple go, hey, everybody's got to start on time. So they've been talking about it, and they know but to me, it's an individual thing that you got to be ready. Obviously, the team's got to be ready, and I got to get them ready. But I think individually, if you show up at the right time, it could be anything. Block shot, off the draw, winning something off the, you have to do something early in the game to get yourself in the game. And I think I saw that a lot of guys wanted to do something early to get themselves in the game. That's what I thought I saw.
Carson Soucy, for the first month of the season,
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of criticism in the market, certainly from fans, about the play of your second pair.
Yeah.
But it feels like over the last month his game stabilized, and maybe over the last week,
Yeah.
sort of more than that. Tonight he gets the game winner, plays 20-plus minutes for you. What are you seeing from him lately?
Yeah, I think you said it. I think that, he struggled early. A couple of things in his game that Footy and Gaunch have been talking about, but the last month, you're right, I think he's been one of our better players. Situational play, too. Not running around, good stick, what he's usually good. And, being out there against some top players in the league, I think he's done a nice job. So when Seuss has, got a good stick, when he can be aggressive offensively, but to me, around the net, he was a little more this month. I think he's been has more bite. I think early on, he was kind of feeling his way through the game. Now he's going right into it. So I think that's a big thing for Seuss when he's playing his best, like he did last year for us.
Rick, you always talk about protecting the guts of the ice. You did a very good job of that, particularly the first two periods. What was it in your game tonight, those elements that you saw that allowed you to be successful in that regard?
Yeah, I just thought the commitment with the play without the puck. I thought, it was more Canucks hockey in the sense that we got back to our rails and we protected it. I thought we guys stopped in certain situations instead of the flybys. I just saw the commitment of that. And then I thought our D, like I said, boxed out really well.
You talked about Max, you talked about Friedman as well.
Yeah.
What's it mean to this team moving forward now to have some internal competition with guys fighting to get ice time?
I think it's big. It doesn't necessarily, if a guy's not dressed, he's not playing well. I think, we have a group where you can rotate some people in, whether Friedman plays a few more games or Brantz comes in or, there's a rotation. Vinny, we have that luxury, and it keeps people on their toes. I mean, if you play well, you stay in. That's what internal competition does.
In talking to Manny tonight a little bit in the press box, watching the game, Malhotra, and he was mentioning that when guys are coming down to Abbotsford, they're coming down with great attitudes, right? Not guys coming down sulking because they're not with a big team. They're working extremely hard to get back up to Vancouver. I mean, you're getting that push not only from your bottom guys now, but you're also getting that push from Abbotsford as well, right?
I think that's huge. And attitude is a big thing with us in the organization. So if you do get sent down and you have a good attitude, that checks the box for us. And I think that Manny, being who he is, obviously a well-respected person, I think that he's helping that attitude down there, and it just permeates up. Even the guys that don't dress, I mean, who was in there tonight, Brantz, I mean, he's high-fiving guys. Like you just see, obviously that really goes a long way. When the guys that aren't playing are excited for the guys. I mean, that's what a real team does.
With JT, what does it say about him that he's missed nearly a month and he comes right into the lineup and has the impact that he had tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he's he's arguably one of the best players in the league. He's a big part of our team. That's hard to do. Not play for a month and come in there and do what he did. What, he have a couple of points? But I thought he played him against Barkov. I don't know, he played 14, 15 minutes. It's kind of what I wanted to play him, but I thought he did a good job against Barkov. he's a big guy in the middle. You know, it's tough to go around him.
And you played Hoglander on that line. What did you think of the fit with him up with those two guys?
Yeah, I think Hoggy's a guy that if he can play with that line, he's going to have to really forecheck, come up with loose pucks. That's kind of his. That's what he's going to have to do for that line. You know, and obviously, it doesn't have to be great, but he has to be nowhere to go in his own end. I think that's something that he's always going to have to work on. But to me, it's forecheck. He's got to get in there for Millsy and Bess. I think he can. You know, that's his gift if he can really be consistent on it.
For sure. I thought we showed up and competed hard, and we were physical. It stuck to our systems, and that's what we need to do each and every night.
What did it mean to you guys to have that kind of performance with JT back in the lineup tonight?
Yeah, it's huge. He brings a big lift to our team, and I think just makes our team a lot deeper when he's in the lineup, and he's a leader on this team, and yeah, it was awesome to get him back.
We've heard Rick talk a lot about having an attack mentality on the power play this year. Did that kind of happen on that goal from your perspective?
Yeah, I think we're looking for Petey's one-timer if we can win that draw, and they took it away and made a couple nice plays, and Quinn was open with the shot. So anytime you get a puck to the net, I feel like Jake's going to score. So we got to get it to the net.
On a personal level, what does it mean to you to skate in 500 games?
Yeah, it means a lot. It's very grateful. It's a great league to play in, and to do it in one city, it means a lot to me. I love this place, so yeah, I had a fun day.
Nice to celebrate with a goal.
Yeah, of course. Anytime you can score, it's always nice.
Want to walk us through that one? It looked like you kind of got your own rebound off the inboards there. And
Yeah, I think that was just a lucky bounce. JT made a heck of a play there. Right when he came in the zone, and I knew he was going to pass it, so shot it. I think it hit the back of the net and popped to me, so I'll definitely take it.
What does it say about JT that he's been off for nearly a month and is able to step in and have that kind of impact right away?
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. He's such an elite player, and he shows what he can do night in, night out, and obviously just other than keeping the short shifts, he's great for us tonight.
How was the fit with Niels on your line, did you think?
It's good, yeah. We've played with Niels before. Last year we got games together, so we communicate well, and we're talking to Niels, and I thought we played a pretty solid game for our first goal.